What? Not Zelda content? Yeah, I know, but I'm eventually planning on expanding this channel into other Nintendo franchises as well. And yesterday I received a free copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe from Nintendo UK. Thanks for that, by the way. So I thought that now was as good a time as any to start on some other content. Don't worry though, Zelda will always be the core of my channel, so if you're not into other Nintendo stuff, stay tuned for more Zelda. There's a new Breath of the Wild video that should drop this weekend. I love Mario Kart. I own most of the games, all the way back to the very first one on the Super Nintendo, and spending countless hours with friends on New Year's Eves or Sunday afternoons are some of my fondest memories with video games. And also some of my least fond memories, like the time my friend Ben hit me, Donkey Kong, with this complete BS bomb throw. How is that fair? It's one of those game series I've kinda grown up alongside, from grinding out Double Dash for hours to get that gold kart after school when I was 8, to now that I'm 20 getting incredibly drunk playing Mario Kart, a game in which you need to finish a beer each race before you can cross the line. Don't drink and drive, kids. And with series that you've been playing for, well, all your life, it's often hard to appreciate the new titles as much as the ones you're used to, the ones you grew up with, and the ones you're nostalgic about. Since this is a review of the deluxe edition of Mario Kart 8 on the Switch, I'll just say right now that in my opinion, the regular Mario Kart 8 was the best entry in the series, period, despite the fact that it came out when I was 18. In case you're unaware, the deluxe edition of the game, aside from being obviously on the Nintendo Switch rather than the Wii U, is basically an all-inclusive, souped-up Mario Kart 8, with all the DLC tracks and characters, as well as some extra kart parts, playable characters and game modes. So like with my Breath of the Wild review, I'll break the game down into a few categories, then give a final verdict. I'll break it down into game modes, races and karts, music, visuals, and fun factor. So let's get into it. Is the game as good as the standard edition? And more importantly, is it worth $60? Obviously, everyone watching this video knows how the game works. It's Mario Kart. However, aside from the regular racing modes like Versus and Grand Prix, we now have an actual battle mode rather than the weird semi-battle mode from the original, which I'll talk about later. The actual meat and potatoes, the racing, is pretty much the same as the Wii U version, albeit with a few great changes. The first of which is the return of Double Dash's double item blocks and double item storage, meaning players can have 2 items on them at once. This makes defending yourself in first place easier, but also makes everyone else hit harder. Double Dash was pretty much my main childhood Mario Kart game, so anything returning from it is a big yes in my book. For more advanced Mario Kart players, fire hopping's been removed. This was the technique of hopping left and right while in a turbo boost to extend the period of time you're boosting. However, it's been replaced by a new boost after the blue and yellow sparks, a purple one, which lasts for ages. I personally much prefer it to fire hopping since it can only really be used on massive corners and it feels so good when you get it. And useful for beginners is the smart steering and auto accelerate options, the former basically having the game control the kart for you to help you turn, and the latter meaning you don't have to hold A all the time. It's weird they brought this beginner friendly option in, but didn't include the automatic drifting option from Mario Kart Wii. So many of the friends I've played 8 with complain that they can't drive without it. Scrubs. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe brings back all of the 8 cups from the original plus the 4 bonus DLC cups, giving a total of 12 and 48 individual tracks, the most in any Mario Kart game to date. And, well, they're Mario Kart tracks. They're good. Alright, battle mode. The main thing everyone's talking about with the deluxe version, because the original's poor excuse for it didn't impress many. The original had traditional balloon battle, but limited to 8 standard courses rather than traditional battle arenas. And that was it. Deluxe thankfully has completely redone battle mode, featuring 8 actual battle tracks, 3 of which return from previous games, and 5 different battle modes: Balloon Battle, Shine Thief, Coin Runners, Renegade Roundup, and Bob-on Blast. These modes are really cool, especially Renegade Roundup, which is my favourite, essentially a cops and robbers mode new to the series. Renegades must avoid the cop team, who each have their own piranha plant, complete with a little siren on top, and if they're eaten, they get locked in a cell, but can be released by their teammates. If all renegades are caught, the cops win. And as with the standard version, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has a decent online mode. I say decent because it still has some weird quirks to it as with all Nintendo Wi-Fi services, but they've improved it at least in small ways, such as allowing you to change your kart and character in the lobby. Overall, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe not only has the best core racing in the series, but now also has the best battle mode too. Game modes gets 10 out of 10. So with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, we have the 36 standard characters from the original plus its DLC, as well as an additional 6 in the form of the 2 Inklings, Bowser Jr., Dry Bones, King Boo and the Gold Mario. A total of 42 races, the most of any game in the series. It's pretty diverse, and the Deluxe Edition bringing back some of the missing fan favourites is great. However, it's still missing a lot of popular characters like Diddy Kong and Birdo that wouldn't have been too much effort to implement. In terms of karts, the game is almost the same as the original, with just a few extras such as the Splat Buggy. I never thought that the original lacked in this department though. As long as my ultimate combo of Wario on the teddy bear with cushion wheels is still in the game, I'm happy. Speed incarnate. While the roster's size seems impressive, a lot of slots are wasted on filler characters like Baby Rosalina and Cat Peach. Seriously, Cat Peach. What the fuck is Cat? And fan favourites are still left in the cold even in the Deluxe Edition. For races and karts, I give the game an 8 out of 10. From what I've played, the music of the Deluxe Edition is no different from the original, but the original's music is amazing, so I don't think there's any way I can say anything negative about it, at all. Talking about it's no good. If you haven't listened to it, just look it all up on YouTube. Thwomp Ruins and Shy Guy Falls are particular highlights for me. This game's music is perfect to the last detail, such as the little drum beat that plays when you're in first place, or the F-Zero race finish theme playing instead of the Mario Kart one on the Mute City and Big Blue tracks. The music gets a straight 10 out of 10. It's perfect. I've always said that Mario Kart 8 looked way too good for a Wii U game, so it's not surprising that it still looks absolutely fantastic 2 years later on the Switch. And I think that the resolution's actually been bumped up to a full 1080p as well, though don't quote me on that. You can look at this side-by-side comparison I've made for the game's visuals, and the Deluxe Edition does look a lot better. They somehow made the best looking Wii U game look even better. This game's gorgeous, by far the best looking Mario Kart, and one of the best looking games of this generation. That's all there is to it. It's probably the best looking Nintendo game available to buy today. 10 out of 10 on the visuals. I mean, you can probably tell from this review that I think this game's fun. Really fun. It's the sort of game that's great for little kids and adults alike. If a 20-year-old uni student who really shouldn't be still playing Mario games instead of doing work can enjoy it just as much as an 8-year-old can, then that's a sign that Nintendo have created something really special here. I give the fun factor, again, a 10 out of 10. Overall, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe improves on what was already the best Mario Kart in the series. Everything about it is fantastic, and it's really difficult for me to actually fault it. Everything it does nearly perfectly, from the best racing mechanics in the series, the best visuals, music, tracks and online multiplayer. This is without a doubt the best Mario Kart game. But it's launching at full retail price, so is it worth it? Well, if you've never owned a Wii U and therefore never owned Mario Kart 8, then I'd say that this game is absolutely essential. If you like Mario Kart, buy a Switch, buy this game. If you don't like Mario Kart, buy a Switch, buy this game. However, if you've already got the Wii U version and don't have a Switch or are content playing it on your Wii U, then I don't think there's enough new material in here for a full retail price. Battle Mode is the best big addition that you'll miss out on with a Wii U version, but if you already own the original, the Deluxe Edition doesn't offer too much more. The Deluxe Edition is the best Mario Kart ever made, but it's not $60 better than the already incredible original. I give this game a 9 out of 10. The only thing holding it back from perfect 10 is a small lack of value for the extra $60 for people who already own the game, and some other minor complaints. This game is incredible. My Discord are also planning on running Mario Kart tournaments. Details are on screen. Thanks for watching this video, and thanks to Nintendo UK for sending me a free copy of this game a day early. If you like this video, leave a like, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing for more.